Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Travel Talk Tuesday. We thank you for joining today for Travel Talk Tuesday special edition about exploring beyond Europe. Exploring beyond Europe. The first destination we're going to talk about is in Ecuador. We've got about maybe 10-15 minutes of talking about Ecuador, and then later on, the last 10 minutes is our tours that we take to Africa, to Tanzania. So exploring beyond Europe, Ecuador, and the Galapagos in 10 to 13 days. We're running a special on this for the next until the 15th of next month of December. $100 discount off this tour price. And this tour is going on about a year from now, next November, beginning November the 1st. So you can see two maps here, one on the left-hand side, which is mainland Ecuador, and the capital city of Quito, where we begin the tour. And then the map on the right-hand side is the Galapagos Islands, which are, about 800 miles or so to the east of Ecuador. So the tour begins in Quito, the capital city of Ecuador. It has a population of around 2 million people, so the largest city in Ecuador. And also, just a fun fact here, is the second highest elevation city in all of the world. And that is about 9,200 feet, 9,200 feet above sea level. So if you're going to fly into there, maybe you want to think about getting there a day or so early to get acclimated to that altitude gain if you're a flatlander like me who lives in Florida. Well, we begin in Quito and we stay at this modern Swiss hotel there, and we're 2 days to experience the culture, the art, the history of this beautiful city. You know that most of cities in South America and most of South America was rediscovered by the Europeans, the Spanish, the Portuguese, as they did their explorations in the 14th and 15th century throughout the world. And so Ecuador, no stranger to that. So you'll notice many different icons, especially like this cathedral, which look like many of the cathedrals you might encounter in Europe as well. Like I said, we'll spend a couple of days in Quito, the capital there, exploring the back alleys like this right here, and also the main tourist destinations and some museums and art, history, and culture of this South American country. From there, we go on sort of a 4-day vacation, really, is what I'm calling it, because we go out into the countryside, into the hinterlands of Ecuador, and there's a huge volcano there called Cotopaxi. And so we'll be there and kind of staying at 2 different spa resort areas to the south and also to the west of Quito to just kind of chill out and get acclimated. But this is one of the crater lakes. This is Quilitota, and it's a crater lake and an extinct volcano. We'll end up at this place kind of maybe 150 miles south of Quito. In the distance, you can see this one of the highest mountains, Cotopaxi there. And you can see that there, and we'll stay at one of these haciendas in this region called El Porvenir. And so we'll be there. These are some of the abodes that we'll be staying in, the haciendas or the spa resorts that were there. This is one of the bedrooms, the spas that are there. And we'll also have an opportunity to kind of choose what you want to do. You can go hiking if you want to and go to the Cotopaxi Mountain. You can do some horseback riding. You can wander around, a whole lot of wildlife to look at. Nothing like lions, tigers, and bears, but a whole lot of other kind of wildlife that aren't so daunting, I think, there. And so we'll do that for a couple of days. Then we'll head north just to the west of Quito and stay in this other area, which is known for its famous hot springs and the spa area there. And so we'll be there as well to and experience all of that. In the meantime, you'll have plenty of time to get out to explore. There'll be excursions led by the local guides and everything else. But if you just want to chill out by the pool side or enjoy the ambiance and rest and relax, this is your time to do it. Plenty of fine, good food and everything there. And from that point, we go back to Quito and fly out on our day 6 of the tour. We fly from Quito and we fly to the Galapagos Islands. And from there, we board our private yacht, the Anahi. And by the way, this whole tour is set up by some friends of mine. Anahi is actually a real person, and her brother David Torres, David and Anahi Torres, on the tour company that we know and we work with. We're personal friends with them. We've traveled with them to several places in the world, actually a lot of places in the United States with these travel shows that we attend, but we also traveled with them to Africa a couple of years ago as well to do some exploring as well. So Anahi and David, and especially David, is in charge and will be wonderful and with us as we go to the Galapagos as well. So we board this yacht. We're limited to 12 people here because that's all the staterooms there are. And you can see this is a catamaran. So on the catamaran, you can see that there's 2 hulls there. And situated in those hulls are 3 staterooms that are public for us to use. 3 staterooms on either side, so making room for 12 people, along with a couple other spots for Charlotte and I and the crew as well. But we'll have a great time. We'll board the boat, get on, and that'll be our accommodations for the next 5 days or 8 days, depending on how long you want to stay with us. I've got stars here where we are, so we'll arrive right here on this island, and we'll visit a place called the Bacas Beach. A little bit about the boat as well. So this is one of the staterooms. All pretty much look like this because you can see they're inside the hull of that catamaran. Bathrooms are very nice and exquisite as well. All modern public facilities, staterooms, and then up top, plenty of room to relax and enjoy. Several decks to enjoy, swimming decks as well. This is just a top first-class superior catamaran yacht that sails through the Galapagos. Now, if you've done any research on the Galapagos Islands, you know that it's very highly regulated, and it takes a lot of doing to get a permit to go there. And our friends, the Torres, David and Anahi, have taken a lot of people just like us to this area, and David is a certified naturalist for the Galapagos as well, and has all the documentations to be able to, he and his team of guides lead us around and see all of the islands in the Galapagos. Just some more photos of the yacht Anahi. From there, we're there for 1 day, and then what happens next is that we take this voyage to the north. You see the star up here, and we're going up to Darwin Bay and also the island called Boracay. And we'll visit there, and it's a beautiful sandy beaches. We'll have an opportunity to get out, guys, and see things because there's a lot of flora and fauna. There's a lot of beaches, and there's certainly a lot of wildlife for us to take a look at. So just some images of that wildlife. It's a lot of birding. So these are red-feeted or red-footed boobies. I guess there's a lot of boobies here in these Galapagos Islands. So you'll see these all over the place. We'll have times to jump into the water, snorkel, and even scuba dive if you're certified to do that, but snorkel and see all kind of wildlife from fish, even sharks and dolphins, also porpoises, and also sea turtles and everything in between. So we'll have an opportunity to do that. And then we'll visit this plaza in Santa Fe Island on the 8th day of our tour. This is on Sunday. This island is known for this red type of flora it is in the soil of the island, and it's for the iron basically is what it is that turns everything that color, and it's a beautiful flora and fauna there on the island. You can see one of the yachts in the bay out there, but you'll have an opportunity to get on the island. We also have swim stops or sightseeing swim stops every day as well for you to jump in the water and experience everything. By the way, Ecuador is on the equator, and so the temperature is pretty consistent all year round. So I just checked it today. It was what, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon there and 78 degrees. And then it gets down into the high 50s in the evening. So very comfortable. So you'll in November, it'll be a great time to visit there. Some more of this Santa Fe Island rock formations with the iron deposits in it as well. These iguanas, so there's marine iguanas and land iguanas, and you know what? I'm not intelligent enough to tell what's what, but that's a pretty good photo of an iguana, I must say. From there, we head on down. You can see, if you're looking at the map on the right-hand side, we head on back to the main island where we started, and we visit that Santa Fe Island and where we began, and we visit Plazas Island and Santa Fe Island. On that side, you'll have a time to do some kayaking if you'd like to, some hiking onto the island, seeing some bird nesting areas, possibly some sea lions. I think you'll see those almost every place we visit. And then from that point on Monday, day number 9, which is the 9th of November next year, we'll move on over to the next island further to the east, and that is San Cristobal Island, which is one of the highly sought after islands for us to go to, and we'll visit Kicker Rock and Isla Lobos. And from there, we see these are the very famous blue-footed boobies. I'm not really an expert. I'm nowhere near an expert on any kind of birds at all. I mean, I can tell a quail and a dove, only because I used to hunt them back in the day. But beyond that, a blue jay, a mockingbird, a red-breasted robin. But these blue-footed boobies and red-footed boobies and all of these are just fantastic here on the island of Galapagos. And if you're an avid photographer, bring your long lens and you can get some photos just like these two blue-footed boobies doing a jig there on a rock on the San Cristobal Island. A little more seals right there. This gentleman's up pretty dang close to these seals. He's taking a nap in the sun, enjoying it. And there's another rock formation off on this island called León Dormido. And so there's several islands with these big rock formations that are just beautiful to look at as well. That's day number 9 on Monday, the 9th of November. And then on the 10th, day number 10, we go back and visit this island where this center where they are nurturing the great sea tortoise and helping them to breed. And so we'll visit that for a while and see these huge sea turtles wandering around, not so much in the wild. I mean, they're in the wild, but they are being nurtured to procreate there in this area. Now, that's part 1 and 2 of our Ecuador tour, because from that point, we'll truck back across the island. You can get on the aircraft and fly back to Quito and fly back home. So that's our Ecuador tour and our 5-day Galapagos Island cruise. It goes for $71.49. That's what we're selling it for. And we'll give $100 off of that if you book it between now and the 15th of December. And all you have to do really is to scan that QR code or go online to davidmcguffin.com and, wrong way. Go to davidmcguffin.com and you'll end up on a page that ultimately looks like this to register for this tour. And you can either register or log in. So if you are a a former traveler with us in the last, let's say 2 years. We use this same booking program. So you may already have an account. You can log in. But if you're a first-time visitor and you're going to register, you can register right here. Put your name, personal data in, pay your deposit, and then you'll be squared away to be a part of this tour. Remember, we only have 12 spots on this tour, and actually we don't even have that now. We have 6 spots remaining, I believe, so we're halfway filled up. And again, this is next November, beginning the 1st of November. Now, if you so choose, and I might recommend that you go ahead and choose to do this if your time and your budget allows, because you're already in Ecuador, give it another 4 days to visit a few more of the islands that are part of the Galapagos chain. And from that point, if you choose to do that, from the 10th to the 13th, you can continue on the yacht Anahi for those 4 more days and visit. We leave Santa Cristobal Island and we go to Moreno and Kicker Rock. This is Kicker Rock, and see a little bit more. You can see that we're here on the other side of the island right there. And then we go down and we cruise down to this next island called Española. And here we see these other type of boobies called the Nazca boobies, and that they proliferate on that island along with many other type of flora, fauna, and sea life. So this is called the Gardner Bay. You can see it's a very popular place. You know, we won't be the only tour company and tour boat that will be traveling around, so they're very highly regulated here in the Galapagos. So that's about as many people as you'll see in one place as we are walking around. It's not like going to the Vatican Museum and being in a cast of 10,000 people. So this is very highly regulated, and why we're planned so far ahead to charter a boat and be a part of this tour excursion. So that's Gardner Bay, as you can see, on that island of Española. And this is also, we leave and go there the next day. We go to this island called Floriana, and this is famous for the flamingos that are occupying a lot of the inland bodies of water as well there. And so flamingo, I live in Florida, so that's not a big deal, but flamingos around the world are a big deal. And you can see those are those rich pink in color hue of the flamingos. And then we'll visit this crazy beach called the Green Beach. You can see our hand here, someone holding up the sand on the beach. And we'll talk to you a little bit about why it's green and why nothing's wrong with it. But you'll enjoy visiting that, along with the Flower Sand Beach. If you think the sand, I live in Florida, and the sand here is pretty nice. But if you're walking through that sandy beach there in the Galapagos Islands on Floriana Island, you'll know that it feels like a flower beneath your feet as you're walking through the sand. And from there, we go back to Baltra Island, and we'll visit this other area where it's called the Charles Darwin Station, and also a place where there are more sea turtles that are being nurtured to proliferate as well. So we'll see some sea turtles. We'll visit a crater there on the island as well, kind of like a rainforest area. And then we'll get on our plane and go back to Quito and fly back home as well. By the way, Quito from the eastern United States is, I think it's in the same time zone as Mountain Time here in the United States. So 2 hours away from Eastern Time Zone. And that particular segment, that 4-day tour extension, is $3,150. So $3,150 additional dollars. And if you happen to be a single traveling, there's no extra charge for a single room supplement or anything for this portion of the tour as well. That section's November 10th through the 13th. So for the extra 4 days. Again, if you want to sign up for that, you follow that link, go to davidmcguffin.com and look at Exploring Beyond Europe tours. sign up for it. So you either register if you're a new traveler or if you are a tour alumni with us, you probably have a login already. So you log in and sign up for a tour. So that pretty much concludes our brand new Exploring Beyond Europe Tour 2026 next November for Ecuador and the Galapagos.